Okay, yeah, there we go. Here we are for episode 24 of Candlekeep Mysteries. Looks like we're gearing up for the big fight soon in this current mystery. Had quite a few things happen that progressed things along last time. We had Salam and Kinarin in spirit meeting with Green Song and kind of spending a little bit of time to kind of get some information out of her, but more importantly, Salam kind of stoked those flames of hate between Green Song and I think it was specifically Morgana, because at the end of all of that, they think they heard someone arguing.
It was Azirsa because I
Was
was
it
saying that
Azirsa?
I heard. Yeah, I heard her saying that she was like practicing
Oh
fighting, but
yeah.
she was like saying like take that Green Song.
That is right, that is right. But
Yeah.
there was also the argument in the kitchens between Green Song and Morgana, but yeah, it was between her and
I threw a
Azirsa.
couple little barbs for Morgana and Green Song, but it was
Oh,
mostly
I think,
at Azirsa.
yeah, I think that was after the other thing you guys did. You kind of rounded up and then you went into the hot springs to have another talk with the what's it, the Naiad who was there, Cyrena, and you kind of brought them up to speed, and they are on board for kind of helping as best as they can. They are kind of limited to their area in the water though, but if they got some heads up, they are up for a fight. And kind of after that, you kind of made things realistic with a nice fireball from Kane, which thankfully didn't hit Miss Nis. That might have nearly killed her. But it hit everyone else except for Kane. Well, he succeeded his throw, so he took minimal damage. But yes, either way, that kind of happened. And when you guys came out, you were kind of face to face with Saith and Morgana, and they kind of like tried to find out what happened. And you went with the story that you had scared off the Naiad spirit type thing, and it ran away. And they were skeptical of the whole thing, but you kind of like got through it and kind of made Morgana kind of just storm away in a bit of a hizzy, which was pretty funny. And that's when you kind of heard the two of them arguing, Morgana and Greensong in the kitchen. Everyone headed to their rooms, Kane with Miss Nis and Salam and Kinarin into theirs. Azza had a quick go with the exercise again with Azirsa, and this time he just about he just about managed to get through all three challenges and was given a potion of Hill Giant strength, I believe.
Oh, good job.
Yeah, so yeah, congrats on that. And then you kind of went back to your room, and that's pretty much it. So last time, Keenerin, you weren't here, so if there's kind of anything that you would have added during the conversation where it was you, Salam, and Green Song, we can retroactively do that, and anything to do with Cyrena as well. We can retroactively do that, or you could do some more kind of like sleuthing and preparing, since it's probably around mid-afternoon at the moment. So yeah, there's still time to do anything. So I'll unpause and we can get stuck into it.
Okay. He would probably mostly he'd probably be mostly quiet with the discussion with Green Song. With his stomach kind of feeling a little queasy, and after a while he'd probably excuse himself and head back to his room to try and, kind of get over it.
That's fair.
So, I don't remember if there was anything really that he wanted to add.
Well, if you went back to your room and didn't go to the encounter, the kind of meeting with Cyrena again, we can probably heal you back up to full rather than the 20 hit points you're currently on since you ate a fireball. Yeah. I think there was a little bit of a run-in. Oh yeah, there was also a little bit of a run-in between Ilmar and Azza. He had a little bit of a massage and kind of got a bit more information and kind of idea of who Ilmar is and whose side they might be on.
I think we can trust Omar. Uh,
Mm.
uh, he appears to be from the uh, an employee from the last owner.
Mm.
Day.
That was implied that he knew the previous owner and was friends with them. And if you were to find yourselves in the tower for whatever reason it is, and you came across her, then he would be very interested in that information. But yeah, so you all head back to your room to kind of take a rest, kind of think over what you'd like to do next, and yeah, that's where we are
Oh,
now.
yeah, we found out that all the minions were scarecrows too.
That too as well, yes.
Oh, also that the Naiad was friends with the former owner. I know if we remove all three hags, she'll have the power to remove the petrification.
Yeah, the hags have kind of corrupted this area to an extent that has reduced the powers of the Naiad and the magic waters it kind of resides in.
She was a little angry when she found out that we petrified her in the first place. So
Just
I
a little.
cast calm emotions on her, so she didn't blow the whole thing. But
Yeah.
it ended up being okay.
Okay. Well, that's good information. All right. Very good.
Yeah, so any ideas of what you'd like to do next?
How are you feeling, Keenerin?
A little better now. It's a little rough going there in the beginning, but I think I'm all right now.
Yeah, you're probably kind of over it now. You've just got that kind of post-diarrhea fatigue.
Yeah. Probably, he would probably go out and get some water or something like that to make sure he's hydrated.
Smart. Yeah. And you've got Azza in the room on his own, double bedding it up, and then Kane and Miss Nis kind of chatting or whatever.
Chatting.
Yeah.
That's what we're calling it now.
Well, what is our next move exactly? Sounds like we've all gathered quite a bit of information.
Oh, and oh man, we also spoke to, I think it was Green Song, who wanted us to steal something from one of the other hags, so
Yeah.
that she would know their ritual process.
Yeah, Salam kind of got that out of her, that that she wants something, that a secret that the other two have in the kind of process for the main thing they offer to people here. The
Like
whole
how to
thing.
make people stronger and stuff.
Yeah,
like
that kind of thing.
And then she offered to help us reopen the portal to the Feywild that we found like a while ago. If we found that for her, so.
Yeah, you kind of like made a "we'll do our best" agreement, not a solid "I will do this for you" agreement.
I wasn't making any promises that big.
Exactly, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you have a very loose agreement of everyone will do their best and try.
I didn't say I'd do my best, I just said I'd try.
Yeah. So yeah. Kane, what are you up to?
Oh no.
Probably just getting talking to Miss Nis,
Uh-huh. Sure.
asking her pretty much how she feels so far about like coming here and the information that we found, and
Yeah,
how is she taking the missing Falthrax?
she's still very worried about Falthrax, but she's now also worried about her and everyone else's safety, that now that it's been kind of confirmed to her that there's not one but like 3 hags, and she's kind of doesn't really want to be left alone at all now. So yeah, she's worried and scared, but keeping it together. So yeah, that's pretty much that.
Were we going to try to see if we could get into the tower tonight?
Well, you guys could meet up and like have a chat. You could just say you meet in whoever's room and talk about that. There are some minions kind of in this kind of corridor though, as usual though. So at the moment everyone's in different rooms, more or less. So you could meet up or something.
I think that's for the best.
Let's go to Miss Niss's room. It's bigger.
Yeah, let's not squeeze in again this time.
Okay, so you all decide to go to Miss Niss's room. You kind of knock on the door or not, and everyone kind of goes in. The scarecrow thing kind of just blankly watches you all go about your business, and you all go in. Yeah, Miss Niss welcomes you all in, although a little bit disgruntled about being disturbed, but also happy that she is now, like, you know, there's more of you and safety in numbers kind of thing.
Yo, 100% Chadwick is gonna turn on us.
I can't turn on this. I'm doing my very best.
Yeah, Chadwick was last seen kind of talking to it's on Morgana. Then he kind of presumably went off to his room.
Yeah, we're gonna have to fight fucking Chadwick at the same time we fight these hags. And he's just gonna fireball us all to death.
My cat's got like 2 fireballs in him. I don't think I can take 2 fireballs.
I could take 2 if I save against one of them.
Save against a fireball. That's not something I can do.
Well, now, gentlemen, and ladies, what do we, how should we proceed forward?
Well, I think we've done a good job of kind of getting them on each other's bad sides. I mean, Morgana and Greensong are arguing right now still, I think.
Yeah, they kind of finished arguing, but yeah, during the argument, Kane did kind of message Greensong, I think, and kind of like stokes the flames more in a different voice.
What was that voice again?
I can't remember. It was not a nice voice. Probably haggish in ways.
She wants you dead!
Yeah, let's go with that. I'll try and recreate that next time when she speaks in a haggish way.
All hags are British, apparently.
Yeah, let's go with that. I can probably do a British voice. Just channel my inner. Yeah, it is. But yeah, so what's the plan? Got the rest of the day still, or you could rest until the nighttime and do a nighttime assault.
Sooner the better is my preference, but this is your plan.
I think
I'm just following.
I think if we're gonna sneak into the tower, we should probably do it during the day, because they're in there at night.
We also must remember that some of those statues are indeed alive.
I think there's windows on the back that we could go into that, or on the side that is not near the, that's not near the statue.
Perhaps, though, once we get inside, if we're able to find where they're locking away the people that are being transformed, we might have more bodies on our side.
Yeah.
And from what we've heard is between the kobold and the masseuse is that there are some that will gladly aid us.
Do we have a rather good picture as to their numbers exactly?
Well, I can't say. As far as we know, there's definitely the three of them. There's the masseuse, there is Glitter, and then Balthrax, which is somewhere in this domain.
From the sounds of it, there's quite a few here that are willing to jump ship. Or perhaps not aid in combat at all. A lot of their servants seem very reluctant to aid them, and I doubt that they'll join the battle.
I don't think we'll
do-
have to worry about Glitter joining, but there is their Scarecrow staff, Marty, the hags themselves, however many statues they have.
Who knows what Saith can do?
Mm.
Perhaps the tower is the best place then, considering the rest of the servants remain here. No.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down to try going into the tower now.
Like right now, or we sleep on it and then go.
No, I was thinking like right now, because if we sleep on it, it'll be nighttime, and then they'll all be in there.
You want me with you? I don't do subtle very well.
Worry not, I'll cover us.
I just nod.
I think this is an all hands on deck type of thing right now.
Now,
Miss
should we
Nis
get-
is up for helping, but she's tapped out of her magic after healing you slightly after the fireball.
Perhaps we all take an hour to catch our breath, and then we'll head that way.
That'll work.
Sounds good to me.
If there's any dangers within the tower, we can handle that before they arrive.
Miss Nis, could you take Chadwick out and away from this place? I don't know where to go, but
Um,
if you can get him out of here, we don't have to explain anything to him.
I,
Probably better for his stress.
I believe I was led to believe he was maybe a little bit dangerous, and I'm also already so drained, and I didn't really want to be away from the party.
Fine. But you've sat with him long enough to know he's not dangerous. Just tired.
I suppose. I suppose I could take him out to the woods for a walk.
Maybe. But if you'd rather be with us, I could. I wouldn't turn down the extra aid.
I'm not really sure how much help I would be, but I feel safer around you lot. But if it's for the best, I can go distract him if you feel that is needed.
So how are we all planning on sneaking into this tower? Because I was planning on flying. And being a little sneakier that way.
That is well outside of my abilities.
I had planned on using my Pass Without Trace spell to help us.
No, you found it. Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
still have my grappling hook.
That sounds loud.
It's not subtle.
Because the windows were kind of all off of the ground floor, weren't they?
There was some on the ground floor, and then
Were
some.
there?
I believe so. Yeah. There's some on the
I can
ground floor, and
cast.
then there's another floor up that has less windows.
Okay.
I can cast invisibility on 2 of us.
Yeah, so if from your kind of nighttime recon, you found as you circled the bottom floor that there were kind of like 3 rooms. One of them appeared to be Saith's room as you saw him in there, and the others didn't seem to have much. You went up to the next floor, and I believe half of the tower didn't have windows looking in. And then when you went up to the next floor, that was where you found the bedroom of the hags.
So I would guess that the people that we're looking for are probably in that part of the tower that has no windows, would be my guess. And I think that's on the 2nd floor. So we could either go in through a window on the 1st floor or through the 3rd floor. Or perhaps we could do both, and 2 of us could go through the bottom and 2 of us could go through the top and we could meet in the middle. I don't know.
But then we don't know what's actually inside. That could be quite dangerous if one half of us runs into the 3 and then the other half has no idea where to go next.
Well, I promise if it's I who runs into the hags, I'll scream real loudly so everyone can know I'm dying.
See,
Well,
there you go.
that makes me feel much better as a.
I mean, the whole reason we're doing this during the day is so that the hags aren't in there, correct?
Mm-hmm.
This is our hope.
Because, like, I've been by this window and I can see the front door of the tower, so I would have been watching during this short rest to see, like, if anybody went into the tower itself.
Yeah, so maybe do perception, both visual and auditory, so yeah.
I mean, I hope I can see a fucking person.
Well, not just for like at the tower, but like outside your rooms as
Okay.
well. Wow. Yeah, so Salam will pick stuff up. I don't know if anyone else will have been keeping an eye out. Or an ear out.
There's another thing. I took the exercise challenge again and managed to succeed with some difficulty. I pull out the potion. I'm told this is a potion of hill giant strength, though you will understand my reluctance to believe a hag at her word.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust it.
Okay. So Salam, Keenerin, you guys definitely. Well, you don't see anything at the tower, but outside your room, you hear a lot more foot traffic than usual.
Outside our rooms?
Yeah, so like it sounds like people are maybe walking around a lot more than usual outside your room.
Yeah. And anytime Kinoran would hear it, he would kind of make a hand gesture to like lower your voice or shush until the footsteps pass. In case anyone's, trying to walk by and eavesdrop.
They seem to be coming and going.
That's rather worrisome.
I
Getting
figured that
breathy.
how. Well, I was just gonna say I figured that the house might be in a little bit of an uproar since two of them are currently butting heads.
Perhaps you're right. Hmm.
We'll, of course, want to be quick.
Perhaps we use this as a distraction. They're butting heads. That gives us an excellent opportunity to sneak on over.
Well, we could sneak out of the window here and just head right over to the tower, and they'll think that we're in here. We just have to be quick.
Agreed.
Well, then let us go. I think it's best that Miss Nis you stay behind for this one.
On my own?
Make sure you lock your door, and if anybody knocks on it, just tell them you're not feeling well.
I wouldn't be surprised if they had a key, but I suppose I could barricade it as well.
Oh
We
yes,
could.
as a would you mind helping her move that chest to block the door?
Door open
Yeah.
in, or does it open out?
Whichever would work for that, for barricading the door.
In.
The light doesn't tell me.
Yeah, I think doors typically swing in this case, but I don't know.
Let's say they
Weird things happen.
Let's say they swing in. I mean, you can either barricade it or like stick a chair where so like the handle will go down and kind of jam it in that way on whatever you prop up against it.
Better yet, that dresser
Mm.
is a lot harder to move.
But yeah, you can help Miss Nis kind of barricade it before you head out.
Tut.
And then Kane will start opening up the window by Salam.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as he begins to open it, Kinoran will use Pass Without Trace.
Yeah. So yeah, you barricade the room. Miss Nis kind of looks to you and says, "Please don't be too long and leave me here for too long. There's nothing I can do to help you, but please do your best, and maybe this will give you some semblance of strength, although I don't see why it would." And she just kind of uses thaumaturgy to just kind of spruce you up a bit, make you kind of less sweaty and grubby from whatever, or like sooty, I guess, from the fireball. Just so you know, feeling a bit cleaner and nicer, or whatever. That's all she can really
All
do
that-
right now.
All that bat guano.
Good.
And then she kind of just sits down on the bed and looks worried. So yeah, pass without trace, and then you guys head out of the window.
All right. Let's go, hands.
I'm gonna whisper to Kane. Do you think I should turn into a raven to get rid of this heavy armor?
And Kane's gonna say in your head with message, I think that might be best. You can reply to this message.
I'll say, okay, yeah, that'll work. I was just thinking I could tell them it's something I picked up in the Feywild if they ask.
Kane will kind of give you a nod and then gesture for you to go through the window.
All right. Yeah, I will go to like step through the window, and as I do, I transform into a raven.
Okay. So yeah, you do that before everyone's eyes. Loris.
It won't let me go through the window. It says there's a wall there.
Oh, okay. I'll just put you
Move
through.
us.
I'll put everyone
Move us,
on the
Dungeon
other
Master.
side. Yeah, Loris looks very surprised. So you all step on out. Salam transforms into a raven, and I'm guessing you're on edge and aware. So, what was your passive? Passive
Oh, he
perception,
rolled a
sorry.
17.
Oh, yeah. But what was...
My passive is 18.
Okay. So, yeah, with the passive, you're on edge and probably trying to pick anything up. You can probably hear some footsteps kind of just going about, probably off in this direction.
Shit. I'll just kind of turn around and like flap my wings at everybody to like get them to stop and like squawk at them once, like.
Have you been practicing your raven noises?
Yeah. Always got to practice that shit for when you're a DM, you know?
Yeah. Keenorn will kind of crouch down a little bit and kind of go up here, kind of sidling up against the building and maybe peer over as kind of quietly as he can.
Okay. So you kind of peek around the corner just about, and you can see one of the minions kind of just like patrolling just around this area. So it's kind of just around the corner here, so they're kind of walking around just keeping an eye on the temple and the shrine. Maybe they're keeping an eye out, so let's see, what is their perception? Okay, so they got a 7. I'm pretty sure you would beat that with a stealth.
I mean, I already have a +10.
So yeah,
so...
you peek around the corner and that watchful eye does not catch you. But they seem to be patrolling like the rear entrance of the temple. And this is not something you've seen in the past.
Okay. Yeah, Keenorn will kind of point out and describe it to them. They're definitely on edge, that's for sure.
Well, whenever we get the opportunity and the patrol is gone, let's start heading towards the tower, and then keep in mind that those statues may be alive.
And as far as their patrol, are they kind of moving, like pacing back and forth?
Just pacing back and forth ever so slightly in like a 15 by 15 square. No, let's draw up like a square kind of outside there.
Okay.
So something like this kind of square area. Okay. So they're kind of just pacing around in there. So kind of just like going around like this.
I don't think waiting is going to be an option. They're not leaving. They're definitely waiting and looking.
Well, then I could do something. Spend up a little bit of my resources, but I can make Knorren and Azza, I can make you both invisible, and then I have my own means of getting around.
That would help.
Is this something you guys would agree to?
Better that than the alternative.
All right, well, no, come on, hold my hands. Come here, both of you.
And
Kane will grab their hands, and you'll see like these two purple orbs of light come out of his chest, and then it'll go into his hands and into yours, and I will twin spell invisibility.
Whoa.
Okay. So that's Azza and Kinoran going invisible, right?
Yep. Azza and Kinoran are now invisible, and after I turn them invisible, I will turn into a raven.
Alright. So yeah, I'll just use the blind token to everyone's blind to them instead. So yeah, Azza and Kinoran turn invisible after the little magic show. And then, similarly, Kane also kind of morphs into a raven.
Look. What? Why can he do it too?
They just don't question it when Slom does it. But as soon as Kane does it, it's like, wait a second.
Like you said,
Alright.
Feywild bullshit. I don't even question it.
Kane did have that kind of plague doctor mask, you know? Alright, so Kane's gonna start flying towards the building.
Okay.
Besides, I took you as more of a peacock than a raven.
That would suit Kane.
I
Alright,
got
so
a
you...
few like white feathers on the chest to stand out.
Okay. So yeah, you guys kind of fly towards the tower there. The two invisible plus pass without trace. Yeah, there's no way
Yeah,
they're
I
gonna
have
see.
no idea where they are with the pass without trace and invisibility, so I'm just gonna fly with Kane.
I don't even know where Kioran is.
Yeah, I guess like Azza and Kieran, as soon as the other goes
Hey, don't bump
invisible,
into me.
you probably lose track of where they are. Silent, completely invisible. Yeah. And if you kind of see that blue square down here, that's kind of where this scarecrow guy is kind of just ambling around, patrolling.
Oh, I can see it.
Yeah. Alright. So, yeah, you guys assume your crow forms and then kind of circle around the tower, taking a look in through the windows. And what you see is what you see at the moment. Where are we? Yeah, so you kind of look around, you see similar rooms before. Which ones did you look in just now? Or just like doing a flyby kind of thing?
Yeah, I would have flown by just like kind of around the outside once, like just kind of looking in the windows to make sure that there's nobody in there that I can see.
By doing the flyby, you get a glance inside. You can tell that this room and this room is empty, but you see a figure moving around in this room.
Is that the entryway room?
That's the room with the front door, yes.
Yeah. Who does it look like? What does it look like?
With the flyby, it looks like a humanoid figure kind of hunched over, ambling about doing something.
Could we guess it would be the stone creature that we saw before? That's what Kane's thinking.
No, it's inside, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought she was talking to a stone creature inside in the first
No,
room.
that was
I think the stone
outside.
creature was right outside the door, like right
Yeah,
there.
above the door.
Oh, never mind then. Scrap that.
So yeah, Azza, you kind of go up to the window and peer on inside.
Just a poke about.
I mean, as soon as I saw somebody in there, I would probably like stop and give a closer look to try and figure out if it's one of the scarecrows or if it's something else.
Yeah. So yeah, you give it a once over, and you see someone in there. Then you move in. I guess also Azza moves in as well. So you guys are able to get a good look into that room as you get to the window. So looking on inside, this foyer has a central spiral staircase leading up the tower. How about that? The staircase is flanked by two closed doors, each one set in the middle of a stone wall. A thin, weak-looking dragonborn is feebly trying to sweep the floor here with a well-worn broom. There's like barely a bristle on the end of it. So yeah.
You never know. That could have been a dwarf in a past life.
That's who you see kind of ambling around in there. And as I said, the other two rooms are empty, but if you kind of perched and stopped, you could get a better look at the inside.
No, after seeing the person in that room and then seeing these two are empty, I would just kind of probably hop up to the window and just kind of wait there, waiting for some invisible ass people to come around.
What about you, Kane?
While they're doing that, Kane will be flying up a little higher, looking out to see if anybody's coming towards the tower.
Okay, so you keep a kind of watch on the kind of surroundings of the tower, and currently all you see is just the one scarecrow kind of patrolling in that box area.
Was there anybody on the upper floors?
If you went up and had a look, let's have a...
when I said I was flying by the windows, I meant all of them.
Okay, I get yous. Okay, let's see now. So, where are we? Do, do, do. I need to do these. Okay, I'll double check that. So on the second floor, you do notice someone in the half of the tower that you can see. If you flew to the top, you don't see anyone in there.
Okay. Can I go back down to the second floor and see if I can get just a quick closer look at whoever is on the second floor?
You can, so let me just set something up. I forgot. What was his name? Okay, I'll do that in a sec. So yeah, as you kind of go to the second floor, you see someone moving around in there, so you kind of go in to take a closer look. Looking into there, you see 3 tables standing in the room, one of which is covered in various vegetables and strange-looking cuts of meat. You see a wood stove burning brightly against a far wall, and a statue of a winged elf also stands in the corner, its face carved into an open-mouthed smile. Also in the room, you see an elderly dwarf kind of standing by the stove, his hands trembling as he tries to lift what looks to be a heavy iron pot.
Okay.
And then
it's not Falthrax, though.
It's an elderly dwarf.
Okay.
Where are we? What was the name of the kobold again? Sparkles or something? Glitter, that's the one.
I think he answers to Sparkles too, though.
Yeah.
It should have been Sparkles.
Sparkles. Alright, so you do your once over, you kind of see the top is vacant. The second floor, there's the one, you go in and have a look, then you circle back down, and then you look, and then you kind of perch on the ground floor and see into there, and yeah, and then I presume Azza and Keenerin kind of come up to you, and yeah, you don't notice them at all, I guess. Kane, you're keeping watch. You kind of see Salam do his scouting thing, and then kind of settle on the ground floor window over here. You still see just the same scarecrow kind of patrolling around in this area. No one else seems to be doing anything. So yeah, Keenerin, Azad, you both go up to this window where Salam is.
That's not where I am. I'm up here.
Oh, I thought you perched on the one where you saw the Dragonborn.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm by the one where I put my token.
Okay, so yeah, you kind of perch there then, and you don't see anyone inside, but you can have a better look in there now. Let's see. So taking a gander in there, magical light seems to illuminate this room, which has an oversized chair, and there are kind of heavy curtains kind of like on the sides of the windows. And you see also a large ornate wooden chest on the inside of here.
Cool. And then I'm just sitting here waiting for
Okay.
Keenerin and Azza.
So Keenerin and Azza, what do you get up to?
You know, I don't know. I'm obviously not going up. So unless we go into the front door, the windows be a bit noisy. I think. The window doesn't open, does it? Like,
Looking at the window, it probably opens from the in. It looks like it opens from the inside.
We said to go in through a window because there's that statue in the front door.
Yeah.
right.
So yeah,
I'd
you do
probably
see
notice
this.
the door opening.
Yeah, so the statue's there. There's a pretty sturdy looking door. The windows, they don't look like they could be opened easily from the outside. It looks like would be opened more easily from the inside and secured from the inside.
I just don't know if I can open a window without being any more obvious than opening a door. Kinorin is a different matter, though. I don't know what Kinorin can do.
Well, presuming he's still there, yeah. What's
Kinoa
Kinorin doing?
grabbed onto Azza shortly after going invisible, so that they'll get separated.
Okay, so like you hold hands or have your hand on his shoulder or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
At the arms.
So you keep track of where each other is even. Yeah.
Would we have seen any of the ravens land?
So you see, if you were keeping track, you probably would be able to. Kane said he had white feathers on his chest. I'm not sure about Salam. But yeah, so you kind of keep track that way, and you see Salam's raven form kind of circle around, kind of pause at one window above, and then kind of circle back around and kind of settle somewhere on this side of the tower, presumably.
Okay.
And you see Kane kind of just like circling up above.
Yeah, Kinoran would whisper to Azza to go back around to follow the ravens.
Okay. So
Okay.
you guys go around, and then you soon find Salam kind of perched on a window out back.
And kind of in a hushed voice, Kinoran would be like, Salam, we're down here, directly below you.
I will hop back to the ground, and as I'm hopping, I will turn back into my regular form.
Okay.
And just say, okay, good. We need a way to get this window open. I don't know if Kane had. I think I remember seeing him use some sort of magical hand or something. Maybe he could do that inside and lift the window. I don't know.
Use it for a locked door back at the keep.
Oh, that was true. Yes.
Kane's just looking at them. What are they doing? Is that a bug? I'll fly down and see what they're doing. Once I understand that I'm having trouble with a window, I'll cast Mage Hand and try to unlock it and open it.
Do you
In
need
my
to be
regular form.
Okay, so yeah, you kind of land, kind of assess the situation quickly, then kind of transform back into your regular human form, and then you kind of looking at this window. You see it's kind of securely kind of set, but you could probably use Mage Hand with a kind of sleight of hand check to see if you can unlatch that. Okay, so you kind of fiddle with it for a bit, but it seems to be a little bit tricky and you don't quite get it.
Is it working? I can't tell.
No, it's a lot harder than it looks.
Try again.
Okay. It looks pretty hard.
I mean, worst case scenario, I can cast silence and we can, I don't know, get loud and open this thing, but I don't really want to have to do that.
Break it, you say?
No, not break it, because then people will know that we were here. Use your head.
Melt the glass. Yeah.
Trying to see if I have anything in my inventory that can help with this. I do not.
I mean, you could try again with your sleight of hand. After like maybe a little bit of time, you can give it another go. Maybe have a little think.
He said, "Try again." You seem like
Okay, so this time around, you kind of you are able to take the latch, but you kind of the way you did it before, maybe it was the wrong way, so you have to kind of like wrench the latch open this side this time around. So you do open it, but it looks like you've kind of scuffed it up a little bit. So if someone were to look closely, they might kind of see some new damage that was not there before. But yeah, you get the latch open and you're able to kind of pull the windows open.
I'm gonna cast Mending on the scuff.
You're alright then.
all right. Well, one of you invisible fellas like to go first.
Yeah. Who's going in first?
There's we need to get up to the second floor, but there's a person in the front room, a dragonborn, in the entry room, that we would need to take the stairs up.
So we kill the person in the other room, and then we go up the stairs. I'm just fucking with you. I'm just joking.
I was thinking more along the lines of maybe
Fireball?
No, not the opposite of that. I was thinking maybe the invisible people can open the door, and we can just sort of like fly in there, and I don't know, create a little disturbance while they open the other door and go upstairs. And then we can fly up to the second floor. Like we can fly back out, fly up to the second floor, and then they can let us in. I don't know.
Yeah, I'd rather just open up the second floor window and let you in that way. There's enough magic on me and Kinoran that we could just walk past this dragonborn.
Oh yeah, why don't you guys just walk past and open the doors? That works. We don't have to do a distraction. I was just thinking to kind of distract them from seeing the doors open, but they'll probably just think it's fucking magic or one of the hags or something.
Worst comes to worst, I can knock him out.
That is not something we should do.
Before that, I could use Charm Person.
That's a better idea.
Alright, who's going in first?
Let me.
Alright. So you clamber on in through the window, you kind of brush past the curtains, they feel very luxurious and lovely, a little bit too nice for hags, but that's what is here. So you step on in, and you kind of see what was described before. So, where are we? And then Kinoran, you kind of shortly follow.
Yeah, when he kind of hears them get over, he'll follow.
Okay. So again, yeah, magical light seems to illuminate this room, which has an oversized chair, heavy curtains around the windows, and a large ornate wooden chest, which is here.
And when Kinoran's through, he'll kind of turn around, poke his head out the window, and he'll say, we'll open a window upstairs.
Okay.
And then he'll slowly close this one. But he'll leave it unlatched, just in case.
Okay. Say you close the window, maybe leave it unlatched or close enough to look like it's latched, but it's actually unlatched. Who knows? I don't know. But yeah, so yeah, you do that. Do you kind of look through anything in the room, or do you head straight for the door?
Kinoran would head straight for the door.
Okay, that's
Just
over
want to
there.
keep everyone waiting. Yeah.
Okay, so do you try the door?
Yeah, he'll reach out, like grab it and like slowly turn it. See if it.
Okay, so the handle turns, but it appears to be locked.
Well, Isn't this a pickle?
Okay.
And there's no lock on the back of the door?
Oh, there's
figured
like
it
a
would be
lock
locked
for a
from-
key, but like it's locked with a key, not like a latch or anything.
Key required.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's a bit of a Hail Mary, but let's check the chest. And
Yeah, you
hope
can
it
go
doesn't
over.
explode on us.
Alright, let's have a look. So, yeah, you see a very large, ornate chest here. Let me double check. Okay, so you kind of look at the chest, and there is a similar situation. There's a large kind of padlock on the front of the chest there.
Okay. Kino Arnold kind of like go back to the window and open it slightly and see if Salam and Kane are still out there and be like, "We're locked inside.
Yeah.
Give us a moment."
Okay. Yeah, I didn't leave until I would have seen them like open the door.
Okay, so you're keeping an eye. Alright, yeah, so you kind of see them kind of potter around for a bit. They try the door, then they look at the chest, and then, well, I mean, you don't see any of that. Yeah, you kind of just, you don't see the door open or anything, and then after a couple of minutes you hear Kinyarin kind of whisper out to you.
And it
You
takes
know?
a key?
Yeah, there's needs a key for the
Yes.
door and also the chest.
Are
I
these
would've-
are
would've
these like
assumed-
potted?
Hmm?
Are these
Go
like
ahead.
potted plants?
Yeah, they're just there for flavor. I'm not sure if there's actual plants, but there could be.
Okay. He'll whisper to Az and he'll say, "Let's knock that over. Maybe the old Dragonborn will come in here and we can sneak past him."
Oh, interesting. Let me check on this guy.
The Dragonborn is probably one of the victims of the hags. I don't know if you'll have a key, but your idea is definitely worth trying.
Okay.
Yeah, and if there's like a ceramic pot or anything here, yeah, you know,
Yeah,
I'll,
there's
knock
there's
it
a
over.
pot that you could like kind of smash to make some noise.
Yeah, Kino Arnold kind of push it over.
Okay, you push it over, and there's an audible crash. And then
Press yourself up against the wall.
Yeah.
If able, we'll try to slip right past him.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you break the pot and then you kind of push up against the wall and wait for a little bit, and you kind of hear some very tired feet kind of come on over and kind of shuffle around for a bit, but then it kind of potters around and then kind of just like you hear it move away again.
It worked.
Yeah. Maybe you kind of hear the door to get tried. It kind of the handle is tried, but then you kind of hear someone sigh heavily, and then you kind of hear them walk away.
I don't think they have the key.
Well, let's see what I've got. Well, there's always.
Hey,
You don't have the
guys.
key, but and Kino Arnold will kind of reach into his quiver and pull out an arrow and say, guess I'll try this, and he'll try and jimmy the lock, see if he can unlock it.
Which one? The chest or the
The door.
door? Okay. So yeah, I guess
God.
roll sleight of hand. Are you're trying to pick it, not break it open?
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. He's trying to like stick it in the lock and like
Yeah.
jimmy it, like turn
All
it.
right. You just pull out an arrow and you try and
First.
pick the lock. Sleight of hand. It's gonna be pretty hard,
Yeah.
but who
That's
knows?
20. Here we come, baby.
Oh fuck.
Close enough.
Okay, so you kind of take the arrow and you can only about get just a tip into the keyhole, and
Just the tip.
you just kind of wiggle it around a bit, and you just kind of scuff up the lock more than anything.
Well, no luck.
Isn't this a quagmire?
Guys,
Yeah,
come here. Are you by the window?
not yet. Okay.
I had an idea. Since we're having trouble getting in this way, maybe, maybe me and Kane could do this same thing at a window on the second floor, and then lower a rope down for you guys for you to get in.
Ken will
Yeah,
go into
also fine
hybrid
with
form, and you see him like
Just bad
it's just
person.
weird. It's like bird body with a face with like human legs and human arms. Mad derpy.
Do I know what this is now?
No.
I mean, you could probably look into it at another time.
There aren't a lot of things that become Birdmans. Probably more
Kane
than the
will say
Aarakocra.
that we can fly with the grappling hook up. As a stop before you give yourself an aneurysm.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to get this done.
Making warning signs is what I'm doing. Jeez, safe.
Very well.
I'm kidding.
Let's-
I'm kidding.
If you can manage it, then yes, let's do that.
Right, so I'll go back into Raven form, and Salam and I, if you're willing, grab the grappling hook and fly it up to whatever point we can latch it onto.
With
But we still
the
need to. We
in-
still need to open the window.
yeah, with
Yeah,
the
but I can't cast Mage Hand in bird form.
who
Yeah, I know, but I figured there was like a windowsill or something.
who casts
I was
the
gonna
invisibility?
sit behind you, flying, and hold you there, while you did the thing. I mean, I could literally just fly and carry you there if that was easier.
What, in Raven form?
Well, in hybrid form, I was gonna do that when I was out of sight of them. That was what my
Oh.
plan was. I'm
Wait,
strong.
how-
I'm beefy.
I didn't know that. Yeah, then we could do that then. Yeah, we'll fly up and cast Mage Hand on the window to try to open it, and then if we're successful, fly up with the grappling hook.
Okay, so you fly on up to a window on the second floor. So we'll just head on over to that map since that's where you're aiming to get into. So I'll pull you all to that scene. So yeah, hold as we transfer. Okay, let's see. Okay, Salam, we need Kinarin and Azza. Okay, let me know when you guys are in. Yeah, there's only like the one half of the tower that you can get into on the second floor. So the windows will be a similar situation, but on this floor you see the kind of the elderly dwarf kind of pottering around, kind of busying himself at the stove.
Okay, I'm loaded in.
I'm in as well.
Okay.
Yep.
So how do you do this again?
I fly him up there.
Mm-hmm. And then Kane uses Mage Hand.
To unlock the window, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you cast Mage Hand, and it looks like you almost have it, but it's not quite there. You'd need to try again. But let me just check.
Motherfucker. Come on.
Okay,
We're
so
gonna get it with enough rounds. What's the point of the roll?
so you kind of scuff that one up a bit, and at that point you kind of see the elderly dwarf kind of bolt up slightly and start looking around. What do you do?
Salam, he's on
Oh,
to
is
us.
he in this room?
Yeah, he's in this room here. I'll put
Oh, okay.
put you at. Are you like at this
Gotcha.
window or the other window?
Yeah, we would have been at that window.
Okay. Yeah, so you can kind of see him. He's here, and kind of like you almost had it on that one, but this one you kind of scuffed it up enough to make a bit of a racket, and he's like bolted up, and he's kind of looking around, trying to find the source of this noise. He does look quite
Yeah, so-
elderly though.
I would just, as soon as I saw him start to stir, I would just kind of like fly Kane to the side so that we were hidden for like a couple minutes and then go back and try again after the guy has settled down or whatever.
Okay. So let me just do a roll. Hold on.
Should we roll stealth?
If you want, yeah. If you're trying to hide.
What's the radius on Pass Without Trace?
I believe it's 30 feet. I'll double check.
We should be within radius of that, so plus 10.
Yeah, I mean,
I doubt the second floor is 30 feet up.
I mean, it's alright. You don't need to roll. So you kind of maybe with your passive perception as well, you kind of hear this guy potter around, but he doesn't seem to come anywhere near the window that you guys were at. He probably doesn't have any idea what was going on.
Okay, I'll go back to the window and let Kane try again.
Yeah, he's kind of looking around, but nowhere near you. And then he kind of just goes back to the stove after a bit.
Salam, should I try to mimic one of the hag's voices and tell him that we want the window open?
Uh, I can't.
Well, I'll send that with message so you hear it in your head.
Oh, okay, that's better. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I don't know of a way that we can get past this guy without him kind of noticing us anyway. So, you might as well.
So can I do a performance check to try to mimic one of the?
So you'll do the performance to try and mimic them, and then based on how good your performance is, there'll be like a persuasion roll of varying difficulty based on the performance.
All right.
And I'll base the performance DC on how good your actual performance is. So do your best English hag nanny witch person.
Oh no. Okay, let's see here.
Ooh, nice.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I still want to hear it. So what do you say to this guy?
Should I do green soulish purple voice?
You're kind of breaking up a bit there. What's up?
Do
Oh,
whatever
can you hear me better
want.
now?
Yeah, there you go.
I'll do Green Song's real voice and be like, I want you to open the window. Leave it open.
Okay, so do a persuasion. It's gonna be pretty low DC. Okay, that's fine. So you kind of see him kind of bolt upright and kind of like panic and kind of look around, and then he kind of just nods and goes, "Oh, yes, yes, right away." And he does this out loud. Let me see. So 1 and 2. Okay, so he begins pottering towards the window that you guys are at. Are you still hid round the corner, I presume?
Yeah.
So thankfully he chose the right one that you guys are at. He didn't specify which, but yeah, so he kind of potters on over and he kind of fumbles with the latch for a bit, and then he kind of throws the window open, and then he kind of goes back over to the stove.
Maybe, Dang!
I'll cast message to Salam now. We should now get the invisible boys. You can reply to this message.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe tell the guy, that he needs to keep his eyes closed now and disregard anything he hears. And then we can just sneak past him. If you're up for it.
That's a pretty big ask. But yeah, you could try.
Make it like a hazing thing.
I mean, he thinks it's Green Song, so I don't really feel like it's that big of an ask, because I feel like he would obey whatever the fuck they said.
Mm.
So, I mean, that was a pretty good performance check, you know?
It was. I'll keep the performance in mind, yeah.
Ken's starting to think that maybe he should just have to make some like fried food, like something that's has lots of popping, is really loud. Like frying some chicken.
Yeah, do whatever you want. That works.
Yeah, let's go. I'm gonna tell him that. I'm gonna tell him. So I'm gonna cast message and tell him that we want to come back to the biggest feast ever, to use everything that he has at his disposal. Because I'm guessing he'll start taking lots of pots and pans out, make a lot of noise.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So yeah, you can do that. So yeah, that's probably pretty straightforward. So you order him to start doing this. So he kind of, again, he kind of jolts with the message being suddenly sent to him, and then he kind of busies himself even more. He kind of goes to some of the cupboards and takes out some kind of questionable looking meats and vegetables, and then he kind of goes over to this table and starts and just chopping away at them, and then he also kind of just goes between that and the stove. So yeah, he's quite bit occupied, and he's making a relatively big clatter of a noise. But yeah, again, for this kind of area, a dank, as the window has been opened now as well, a dank scent kind of wafts out towards you guys, and this looks to be a very well used kitchen. 3 tables stand in the room, one of which is covered in various vegetables and strange looking cuts of meat that he is taking from. A wood stove burns brightly against the far wall, and he's kind of going between that and the table. And there is also the statue of the winged elf in the corner, its face carved into an open-mouthed smile, and the statue is over here. Yeah. Thought I'd reread this description for you for that. So yeah, the ping is where the statue is.
Gang!
Cast message to Salam. What's going on, darling?
There's that statue in the corner. Do you think that's probably one of those living statues like the one downstairs? This one creeps me out. It's smiling.
Mm.
Was it a statue or a painting that she kind of carved a smile into it?
It's a statue of a winged elf, and its face is carved into an open-mouthed smile.
And that's the same thing the one above the front door is, right? As a winged elf.
Yeah, slightly
Yeah, that's
different
what I
face and whatever,
Yeah.
but it's the same kind of thing. Yes.
Yeah.
I'll cast message to Salam. I believe we should get the invisible guys in here so that way they could walk through this and then open another window that we can enter. You can reply
That's-
to this message. Tell me I'm
that's it.
handsome.
That's a good idea. You're handsome.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll fly down, get the
What are we
grappling
doing?
hook.
Are we doing some role play where I'm Miss Nis? Is that what we're doing right now?
Kane's dangerous now with messages. We'll fly down, get the grappling hook. So Kenorin and Asa can get up here.
Okay, so you kind of fly down, you grab the grappling hook in your feet claw things, bird hands, I don't know. Yeah, and you kind of fly it on up, and then I guess you kind of gingerly kind of latch it onto the ledge windowsill place in a way that feels like it's secure. Yeah, it looks fine.
Fine.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to climb it. It looks fine.
So we'll go down and relay with Keenerin and Asa the plan that they're to sneak by and then go up to like the 3rd floor and open a window for us so that we can avoid that statue in the corner.
Hmm.
Ooh.
Okay, so do you guys have a climbing speed, or are you going to have to do a roll?
I have proficiency in athletics or the jump spell.
Give yourself a jump. You could like jump part way up, maybe. But yeah, if you don't have a climbing speed, you're gonna have to roll to get up. But yeah, with invisibility and pass without trace, you'll be doing this all silently.
Yeah, and
So
I wouldn't
it's-
be casting jump. That was a joke.
Yeah.
I know the reasons why I shouldn't.
So yeah, you'll just need to pass the climbing roll to get on up there. But it looks to be a pretty easy climb.
I love climbing.
Yeah. Alright, you get up there pretty handily, and you kind of reach the top, and then you slowly clamber on in. Keenerin?
And you said it's either is it either athletics, or is athletics or acrobatics, or is it just athletics?
I'm not sure. Is there a rule for it?
I think it just depends on the DM. I know that
Okay.
everybody kind of does it differently.
Well, fuck it, I'll just go either, I guess.
Okay.
It's just like the style that you climb.
Yeah.
Back flipping.
Hmm.
All right. Yeah. He'll try it. He looks up and he's just like, here we go. And give it a shot.
Yep, you get up there, no problem as well.
Ooh.
So yeah, you kind of clamber on up and you find yourself within the room. You see the elderly dwarf kind of busying themselves between kind of prepping some vegetables and meat and kind of going to the stove and kind of struggling with these large pots. You can tell that this is quite hard work for him. He does look incredibly old.
Okay. Keenor will kind of spot this door here.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll kind of like slowly lean over, place his hand on it, and he kind of waits until he might be like maybe shuffling with some pots or pans or makes a noise, and then we'll like try to turn it.
Yeah, you time it perfectly, and yeah, it appears to be also locked.
You gotta be fucking kidding me. They lock every door inside this place every day.
Alright.
Apparently.
That's obnoxious as fuck.
Yeah.
Probably to keep their servants, their jobs.
Yeah,
You
he'll-
could listen up at the door and see if you can hear anything inside there.
Yeah. Kinor will try. Perception.
Yeah. Okay, you kind of hear something kind of pottering around in there, something kind of quite small and scuttlery, if that makes sense. Yeah, it kind of reminds you of a certain little guy that you came across at one point. You could peek through the keyhole as well. Yeah, let's say you do that as
Does he
well.
have a but does he have a key? Does Glitter have a key?
I mean, I don't know if Glitter has a key, but you see kind of, and you hear Glitter kind of pottering around inside there.
Okay.
Okay. This isn't working. Unless we go loud, perhaps we abort, and we find some time, some place, some opportunity to loot the key off of one of the hags. They must have a skeleton key for all these doors.
And Kinor will kind of slink his way over here. Okay. Just kind of see what's around this bend here.
Yeah, it's another door and the statue.
Okay.
And then there's the staircase in the middle going up and down.
Wait. Don't we want to use that?
What was that, sorry?
Staircase? Don't
Yeah.
we want to use that?
There's like a spiral staircase going both up and down.
Oh.
So,
Oh, you didn't mention that before. I thought that you were
Okay.
saying that the staircase was behind
see.
a door. That's what
Oh.
it sounded like to me, anyway.
It's probably just gonna be another locked door anyways. But sure, let's go.
I mean, there's no door on the staircase.
Okay.
I guess I could have been a bit more obvious with that. I was just going off what was written. But yeah, there's no door on the spiral staircase. So it can go both up or down, so it depends where you'd like to go.
Yeah. So kind of peering around the corner, Kinor will see it kind of grab Azza, tug his arm a little bit, and pull him towards the staircase.
Oh,
And we'll quietly sneak up the stairs.
Up the stairs, okay.
beam us up, Acheron.
Okay, so yeah, do you just go on up the stairs?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, who's going first?
Kinor will go.
I'm currently being led. If he wants to give me the initiative, I'll take it, but I'm being led at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah, Kinor will go up first.
How'd you head up the stairs?
Probably slowly, maybe with his arm kind of grazing up against the wall, just slowly taking it step at a time, testing each stair to see if it creaks or anything like that.
Okay. So you're kind of carefully going up there then. Alright, so you're kind of testing each step and kind of seeing if there's anything there. Yeah, you could do an investigation check as you kind of head up those steps then.
Okay.
May I
Investigation.
make the roll as well?
You could assist him in it, so give him advantage.
I assist.
Alright. Investigation, not my best, but assisting is cool.
Okay. So, yeah, you head on up the stairs, and all the stairs seem pretty standard and normal. But as you kind of get to the very top, and just as you kind of are about to step on out into the main area, you, at the last moment, you noticed a faint glint of what looks to be some sort of glyph on the floor at the top of the stairs.
Yeah, he'll immediately kind of like grab as and like keep him from taking another step forward, and we can't really point it out, but he'll whisper, "Do you see it too?"
Yeah.
Does it look like we could like? Is it like on the top step or on the top of the floor?
It's kind of on the floor, the space that you would cross over from exiting the steps.
Okay. Does it look like we could reasonably, like stretch, like, take a like really long step over it?
I mean, you could try and step over it, but do a Arcana check on glyphs.
Sure.
Wait, no, I don't have proficiency in that skill. Never mind.
Okay, so thinking back to glyphs, you know that they can be kind of programmed in various ways to be activated if someone would step directly on the space, but you also hear that they could also be programmed to go off if someone merely just passed over the space as well.
Okay. He'll whisper like, I don't think we can pass over it. I think that this might be able to detect our movements.
Could I hold Cain in his raven form, bring him up these steps with us, have him open the door with Mage Hand, and then you, with your abilities, can also become some flying creature and fly over? You can leave me behind. I'll go downstairs and see if there's anything I can interact with there, but if you can fly over the glyph, or not, perhaps that's still too close.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I might be able to dispel it, but that'll drop the invisibility, and I'm afraid that it might alert anyone within earshot.
Is dispel an auditory spell?
Yeah, it's got verbal.
Yeah, you could. Oh, you're able to like whisper the verbal. You don't have to shout spells, do you?
No.
Yeah.
Like, I'm dispelling this shit.
I mean, it's like it's a whole floor up, and you've spiraled around, so there's no direct line of sight. The problem would be coming back down.
Yeah. If it's curved, if we've, wrapped around enough. You know what? Kinorn will, no, that might not be good. Yeah, I guess he'll try to do the dispel magic.
Okay.
Trying to be as quiet as he can.
So yeah, you quietly cast dispel magic, and you see your kind of invisibility, and also the pass without trace. Does that also get dispelled?
No.
No.
That's not trace should stay up.
Alright then, so just the invisibility goes then. So you kind of direct this spell towards the glyph, and you kind of see the glint of it fade away. But you guys are now visible.
Kinoran should be visible, but it shouldn't drop it from...
Hey, don't unblind me.
Yeah.
It shouldn't drop it from Azza.
Oh, okay.
It's dropping because he cast a spell.
Ah,
Kane
I get
still
you.
has
Yeah,
the concentration on it.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I have concentration for an hour.
Yeah, that's true. All right. So Asa, you see uh, Kinoran kind of appear before you, but he seems to be doing something, and maybe you see a whiff of kind of magical essence kind of evaporate off of the floor, and then you feel confident enough to kind of step on in.
All
So
right.
I'll kind
I
of
guess
shove
I'm
you
taking the
guys
lead
here.
now. Wow. Oh no.
So yeah, you
Put me
find
back down. I won't
yourself
be up
at
here
the
anymore.
top. The air grows cooler as you near the top of the tower, and it carries a putrid scent. What might once have been an elegant bedroom has long since been soiled and ruined. Murals of Sune that lined the walls have been defaced with dirt and filth. You see 3 beds that are covered with moldy blankets and animal furs, including one topped by a canopy of giant bones and reeking, untanned hides. Empty crates are scattered throughout the room like furniture, holding what looks to be broken weapons, mouldering clothing, and other odds and ends.
Yeah, so Keenorn will kind of pinch his nose and kind of start moving over to this window up here.
Okay.
Wait. Oh, too late. Let me sweep the room for extra traps, but you haven't blown up yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, Keenorn will try to, locate if there's a latch here and undo it.
Yeah, there will be a latch that you can undo, and open.
Okay. Yeah, and he'll poke his head out and he'll kind of.
Yeah, kind of make a noise to kind of grab the attention of Salam and Kane. And
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure everyone is on edge, so you'll probably instantly hear that. So yeah, you guys can fly on up and inside if you so wish to do so.
Yeah, I'll fly on in and then turn back into myself.
Okay, so yeah, you fly on in and you see the same scene, other than Asa, who is still invisible and passing without trace.
Hey Norn,
Please.
what happened? You're not invisible anymore.
Unfortunately, ran into a glyph and had to dispel it.
Oh shoot! I hope it comes back. I hope they don't notice that.
Place reeks worse than a cockatrice's den.
I mean, you had to do what you had to do, but let's hope.
Yes. Every door in this place is locked. I can't locate any keys. And to get you guys up here, I had to do that.
Yeah, no, I completely understand.
Yeah. It's absolutely filthy up here. It's disgusting.
Yeah, seems to be like a collection of random busted equipment, odds and ends, perhaps trophies of sorts. You could spend a moment to kind of look through what is here if you wanted.
Ooh, trophies.
Watch what you touch, but I think it's a good idea to look around.
Okay. Does everyone look around then?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm going to kind of go down the stairs a little bit, I guess, and keep an ear out.
Alright, so everyone except Salam is kind of looking around while he kind of keeps an eye out. Everyone, I guess, roll a d20 to see who gets the highest for whoever finds it.
Yeah, I'm gonna be the findy man.
Oh. Okay, so yeah, as you guys kind of look around, most of what these items, they seem to be worthless, maybe usable at some point, but most of it seems to be very well kind of worn and useless now. But you find what looks to be a kind of worn but serviceable leather scroll case, and you kind of pop it on open, and you find a spell scroll inside.
Legend of Zelda fanfare as I hold the spell scroll above my head. I was thinking,
Oh, yeah, and one of the more newer ones. Yeah, that works as well. Would you be able to know what this is?
If it's a wizard spell, yes. If it's anything else, no.
Let me check.
Well, Arcana roll maybe, but I'm not proficient. I got the thing.
It was the spell lists. Someone probably knows. Clairvoyance. Anyone know if that's a wizard
Yeah,
spell? Yeah.
pretty sure that's a wizard spell.
All right then. Yeah.
It's
So
also a cleric spell though.
okay. But yeah.
I don't
So
know.
if you're
I think it is.
yeah, well, let's say it is. So yeah, as you kind of pop the scroll open and you kind of squint at it for a little bit, and then you kind of identify it as a scroll of clairvoyance. Still good.
Recognize this as a spell scroll for something well outside of my abilities, called clairvoyance.
Bard, cleric, sorcerer, wizard. Okay. Yeah. One of those you'll get it, but yeah, maybe it's a bit above your current ability, but yeah, you identify it as a spell of clairvoyance.
What can I say? Caster.
And Salam, you don't sense or hear anyone or anything coming up the staircase.
Well, we're here now.
Kane's gonna start checking the beds.
I mean, if you want
That's
to,
gross.
they're pretty gross. I mean, like, this could be included in the kind of tossing of the room. The only thing you find in there is kind of just like exponentially increasing levels of grossness. Yeah, that one's made of like bones and shit. That's pretty gross.
Yeah, he's gonna use Mage Hand to not touch anything because now he's remembering the dog. He doesn't want to leave his scent on everything.
Okay. I mean, it's so gross you kind of get grossed out through the mage hand. But yeah, you kind of do that. Don't find anything of note. It's just like various...
Is there a fourth level?
Fourth
Just
level...
kind of look like the stairs might go a little
Oh,
higher.
no. This is the top floor.
Okay.
Well,
What are you
perhaps
thinking?
the second floor is where their rooms are.
So, what's the next step? We've got their scroll. That's about it. I think they've got their slaves at work at the moment. I doubt they're on the witch's side, but they may be easily scared by our presence. Things.
They also might be eager to please them as well by trying to tattletale on us.
I sure hope you're wrong, but there's no way to disprove it without putting our mission at risk. Kane, when all the times you were with Nis, did she describe her friend to you? Older, maybe?
I think she described him to all of us when we first met her, but I can't remember. Let me see. Check my notes. Yeah, all I got is Father Excelata, Shield Dwarf. Last seen in the keep a few days ago. His reading place is the bath and steam house, or his room.
Mm.
Yes, that too is what I remember. But I can't tell shield dwarves apart from, what is the other one, hill dwarves?
Yeah, Hill,
I can't
Mountain.
remember. I'm not sure on the difference. Either way, the person you're looking for is probably similar-ish age to Miss Nis, so you're not looking for an elderly dwarf, but yeah, you've only seen the one so far.
Similar age in dwarf versus elf years. What are you gonna do?
Perhaps the magic of these individuals is maybe it does the opposite. You wish for beauty and suddenly you're ugly. You want youth and you're old.
Yeah, you
I believe
do.
Glitter wanted to be taller.
Yeah.
And look how he ended up.
And you do recall Miss Nis talking about, and also you read his diary, he was kind of panicking about his life kind of just going past so quickly, so maybe he was kind of worried about getting old.
Should we try talking to the elderly dwarf downstairs then?
Perhaps you should send a message with, say, Falthrax in the message and see if he responds.
Well, that is possible. Is that okay with everybody?
I'm not right there, so.
Oh, what about Azza? You hear Azza?
Yes. It's fine by me. He didn't seem happy to be here. I doubt he's pleased with the arrangement he's made with the hags. And I don't think he's looking forward to making them dinner. Looked like it was a lot of work for him.
Alright, I'll cast the message to the dwarf and I'll just say, Balthrax, is that you? You can reply to this message.
Who is this?
Are you indeed Falthrax?
Yes. Who are you?
Look over to Kino and Azza and say that it is him. I'll cast message again to him. We are friends of Loris Ness. She sent us here to come look for you.
Oh, is she here?
She is here.
Oh, she's in danger. Leave, leave.
We know about the hags. Is that statue in the room with you alive?
It's watching me.
Thanks.
Leave before you die a horrible death.
We have other allies here ready to fight them, and we got the hags at each other's throat. But we need help. We're looking for something that the hags would hide, that we could use against each other.
The secrets are what they hide from each other. Oh, each of them does something for that nefarious ritual.
Where does the ritual take place?
At the bottom, in the room with the big throne, big chair, the paintings. Don't touch my painting!
We won't. And I'll relay this as we have this conversation. I'll kind of say what I'm saying out loud so everybody can hear what I'm asking, and I'll repeat his answers. Do you know where we can find the key to access all these rooms?
Oh, the key. The hags have the keys.
How many statues are alive in this tower?
Oh, 2, maybe.
We know your friend Glitter as well. He agreed to help us. We are trying to rescue all of you.
He's no friend of mine, but he is also a victim.
One moment, please. And I'm gonna turn back to the group. Well, what do you suppose we do next?
Well, that explains why they would lock that door. And why it was so difficult to pick. And what thinking about kind of what was down in that room, were there paintings up on the wall?
Maybe you made out the faintest kind of outline of something hanging on the wall, but you didn't really get a good look at it.
Okay.
You kind of saw glitter kind of pottering around near what looked to be a bed, and then on the wall there was like something hanging on the wall that he was like pacing around and kind of looking at.
I
Be sure to tell him to keep up appearances. Don't make it look obvious.
I'll try. I'm just making.
I'll also tell him to stop making all that food because I'm the one who told him to do it.
What? What?
I apologize. We needed to get entry to the tower and we didn't know who we can and cannot trust. Even just me sending you this message
What should
was
I do with
extremely
it?
risky.
What should I do with the food? They will suspect the extra food. They are suspicious, conniving, evil.
Would it
Down the
help?
window in the back.
Or we could try to say one of the other hags was ordering more food for themselves and being greedy.
Could do that, yes. I think that's a good idea.
Oh, Kenoran, do you have anything that could make things smell like certain things?
Uh, perhaps more flowery, but or worse, I guess. What did you have in mind?
Well, I was hoping that maybe if we could change the scent of the room a little bit, or some of the things, we could make it seem as if Morgana or Zura was messing with Green Song stuff, that her dog would pick up the scent.
Well, could make it smell like a skunk was in here. It's a rather strong, overpowering scent that might stand out.
I don't know. This room already has a strong, overpowering scent. I think a skunk would be a bit of a dab of perfume to this place.
Perhaps a flowery smell. You could do that.
I'm gonna come back up. Nothing's going on down there. I haven't heard anybody coming this way. Have you guys found anything out?
You might have heard some
Yes.
panicked movements from the dwarf downstairs, but nothing coming up the stairs.
Salam, salam, salam. Let me tell you, the old gentleman downstairs is actually Falthrax.
What? I thought he was younger.
Apparently, whatever these hags do, they kind of twist whatever it is the people want.
Oh, so it's like opposite day all the time.
Yeah, so I would assume that that potion that one of them gave Azza will, instead of hill giant strength, will more be like, you know, Granny's knobby knees or something.
That would be kind of funny to see, but probably shouldn't take it. Should probably destroy that Azza.
Or we could try to slip it into one of the hags' drinks if they have their own personal drinking containers.
A good idea. Oh, I was gonna say we could potentially save it for somebody that we need to make weaker or something. I guess
Imagine if it
destroying would
actually.
be a bit rash.
I just think it would be hilarious if it actually is what it's supposed to be, and we make somebody incredibly powerful.
Before we make that risk, and know what kind of sort of poison it is, I'll probably hold on to it until a keeper can have a look at it.
Yeah, you could probably find a professional
They're
somewhere.
wise in such things.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm kind of a professional.
Yeah, Salam could probably spend some time with it as well to try and work it out, see if it's what it is.
I just wouldn't have presumed to volunteer your time. If you want to look at it, it's all yours.
Not right now, but when we
Didn't
have
think
more
so.
time.
Hmm.
Well, also, those creepy statues do watch over the servants. So we must keep an eye out for those as well.
What sort of alarm system do you think they do? Do you think they can telepathically contact the hags? Of course, if we
No.
destroy it, there's no going back.
I'm pretty sure that they have to speak to them because we saw the one hag kind of outside in the, I believe in the morning, or yeah, like when they were leaving for the morning, she like bent over, was like talking to the one outside. It seemed like. So I think they have to actually speak with them.
What do we do, gentlemen?
Continue to look around, try to find a weakness, and exploit it. But I stand with Salam. Let's not break anything unless we have forced our hand, and then make our move to free these people only after we've rid of the hags or have found an alternative way to undo this curse.
I think we've already found their weakness, and that is each other. Their hatred for each other. I don't know if we're going to uncover anything up here. I mean, it's worth a look, but if you guys haven't found anything yet, I think we should start thinking about leaving before we get caught.
Yeah. Spent a reasonable amount of time here.
Yeah.
And invisibility only lasts an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, probably like, I don't know, halfway through that ish.
Okay.
If the door downstairs isn't locked, and it most assuredly is, I could try to see what's in the next room over. After all,
Which floor?
the magic is still the floor below us.
Okay.
I could still sneak past the statue.
Hmm.
One of the two doors was surely locked, and the second is surely locked. But it might be worth wiggling the knob. After all,
Mm-hmm. It's always
I
worth
am
wiggling
still
the knob.
invisible.
Kane, could you possibly ask Falthrax about the Dragonborn, the older gentleman on the first floor, if he's in the same boat as Falthrax?
Kane's gonna cast a message and say, Falthrax, we saw an elderly dragonborn on the first floor. Is he a victim as well?
Yes. Very, very victimous about that one. What was his name? Gorba. That's right. Gorba Dardenrian.
I'll paste that for you. Dardenrian. Yeah.
Dardenrian.
Yeah.
Yes. Old man now. Older than me. I think. Oh, I'm so old.
Ask him if they're told to alert the hags to anyone's presence. You know, if we're on the first floor, is he gonna go running and screaming for the hags?
Kane will relay that to Falthrax.
Oh, we try to keep our appearances of being loyal, but likely he'll just try and shoo you away. but that would change if one of the statues was watching. He seems a bit
Falthrax.
rattled and addled up there.
Falthrax, is there a way to disable the statues?
That is beyond my knowing. I suppose you could destroy them. That's all I can think of.
I don't think that's wise. I don't know if we could destroy it fast enough before they alert. And I'm out of my dispels.
I can dispel if I have to.
And the question becomes, are they alerted at all when we sever that connection? You know, if they try to look into here and they can't, they're going to be alerted. And unless we have the keys, there's not much reason to stay here. Can't search the other rooms. I don't know about you all, but I'm not very adept at picking locks and such.
No, me either. I really think we should just think about getting out of here. I think we found all that we're going to with the doors locked.
Yeah.
Asa.
My hunch is most likely I'm gonna find a locked door. It's not really worth pursuing.
Asa, when you were training with the other manager, were there any special flowers in her garden?
Give me a few moments to think. The garden certainly did have a lot of flowers, but were any of them special? Akron, as my character thinks about this, is there anything I can roll or?
It was just more or less the same of what you saw throughout the temple. Just lots of fanciful lilies. The only thing that stood out to you was the tree that
moves.
moved. Yeah,
So,
that was the only notable thing.
do I recognize what kind of tree it was? Was it birch? Yew? Pine? Mahogany?
I don't know. It's a big ass tree. Let's say
Still
it
pine.
was
Pine.
sure,
We're
pine.
far north, right?
Yeah,
pines are
that's
cool.
true. Yeah, pine. It was a moving pine tree.
There was a
Kind of
very
whooped your
big...
ass a few times, I think.
It was a good fight. The only thing that stands out is a very large pine tree, which you can command to move. I don't know if it's... I don't know what magic compels it, but it is the only thing that stands out.
Kinoran, can you match the scent of pine and put it on some of their belongings? So that way it will cover our scent and make them think that the other manager was snooping through their belongings.
I suppose I could do that, yes.
Pine's got a good smell, too.
And she's really the only one that spends any significant time outdoors. At least as far as I've seen. So really, any the smell of lilies, or like you said, the pine tree, I think would be an excellent choice. Yeah, if you'd like, I can begin doing that. I'll probably need to spend some time to keep the scent strong enough that it will remain.
Alright, and in the meantime, we'll set up our means of escaping this place. We'll tie up some rope and... we must retrieve the grappling hook so they can't see it. Oh, I got you one better. Send a message to Falthrax. Hey, Falthrax, but a friend of mine, would you mind we left a grappling hook on the window that you opened? Just knock it off and close the window. Thank you. You're a darling.
Oh, that was you. Oh, my days. Okay.
But Keenar will start casting Druidcraft over and over again.
Where are you spreading this scent of pine specifically?
How about on the big, intricate looking bed?
The bone bed.
Yeah, like on the pillows and on the blankets, anything over there. Um, hmm,
What if what if there is what if there is Oriza's bed? Maybe we should poke around for some dog hair.
right. Very well. Yeah, try to look around for.
So you didn't put pine on that one. You're gonna think about it.
No, he still will.
Okay.
Even if it is her bed, it probably won't stand out too much.
Yeah,
You know.
and I probably didn't call it out until after we were beginning the spritzing.
Okay, so this one's all pined up. It's hard to detect, but you know, it's there.
We don't want it to be too overpowering. We want it to be like that, like just barely get a whiff of it, and it starts to raise that suspicion, like someone's been here.
And we're setting it for a dog to smell too, so
Raise the hackles.
Okay.
maybe you should just do one more bed just to be safe. Is there any of them that look like they have dog hair on them?
Exactly what I was thinking.
You could.
May I search for dog hair?
Yeah, you could roll investigation. Okay, so are you searching the whole room or just those two beds that you haven't centered?
I'm checking around the beds.
With all three of them?
Not the bony one. We've already spritzed that one.
Okay, so you don't find any kind of traces of hair, maybe weird ass long hair that doesn't belong to a dog, but yeah, nothing that kind of indicates that a dog has been around it.
Assuming that dog actually sheds.
Right.
He doesn't shed on these beds. Perhaps that bone pit was its bed, or perhaps none of it was. I would agree with spraying just one other bed.
Yeah, Kino will do it on this one too.
Okay, so you spritz that one as well. So this is with the aim of making it seem like Azirsa has been around it. Okay.
Possibly snooping through their things, or looking around. Maybe perhaps we should shuffle the pillows and blankets around. Look like somebody was looking through.
That's a good idea.
Use Mage Hand and start like slapping them around because he doesn't want to touch it. Yes, pine fresh. New car smell.
Okay. Alright, so yeah, you spread the scent of pine and you kind of like mess the beds up even more so than they already are. Yeah, you make it enough of a disturbance to kind of indicate that someone has been around here.
Alright, then we start heading out of the window with our ropes.
Alrighty then.
Kinoran, are you okay to climb, or do you want me to fly you down?
Well, I think I did pretty well earlier. I think I've got it.
Okay.
Alright, you sling a rope out of that window. So yeah, you unlock the latch, you throw it open, you throw a rope out, and yeah, you begin climbing down. Kinoran, if you're going first, do a climb check.
He'll go last. Specifically, if I do fall, just be prepared to catch me.
Okay.
I don't know if these old bones could take a fall this high.
Asa, you might want to go down first.
Yeah, Azza, that's going to be you, because me and Kane have to stay up here to get the rope down and then close the window and latch it behind us.
Very well. I have no problem with that.
Until it becomes a problem. Alright, let's see if you
Never.
succeed.
Rolls a natural, you see.
I am the climbing boy. I am the one who climbs.
Alright.
I mean, technically, I'm the one that climbs, but
I climb.
Alright, you make a pretty bad go of it, but you just about make it down.
Rope burn. On my
Yeah,
hands.
you get some nasty rope burn.
I tried to be cool, but I forgot no one can see me being cool. They just see a little simmering rope.
Yeah, maybe if they got some nice silk rope, it wouldn't have been as bad.
Kinor will wait till the rope kind of stops moving around and it kind of laxes a little bit before he grabs it and starts heading down. And acrobatics, all right?
Yeah. Cartwheel down that shit.
All right, let's see.
do it with a flourish. Ooh.
Okay, so you kind of get part way down the first floor, and then I don't know, maybe you're nervous and your
Wanna catch
palms
him.
are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy or something, and you lose your grip and you start falling.
I want
I'm
to catch.
spaghetti.
And I mean, as you can try and catch him. Anyone else got anything? Keenerin's falling. Yeah, if there's nothing.
I could. I don't think I'm fast enough to cast jump and then catch him. So I'm just gonna have to break his fall with my spine.
I mean, it's
Ooh.
probably like 30-foot drop there. So if you're just straight up falling, let me check.
He's elderly. I can't just let him hit
As
the
I'm,
deck.
as I'm falling, would I be able to wild shape into a cat to maybe land on my feet?
Hurt me a lot less.
Like maybe do a reaction check. Some sort of like maybe saving throw, like dexterity saving throw to kind of catch yourself, orient yourself to kind of cast a spell.
Okay. Let's see.
What is it? Ants don't take any fall damage.
13. So you kind of just about manage to kind of morph into a cat, so that will negate most of the damage. Unless cats have a specific thing.
I don't think they do, but
Yeah.
I don't know how far cat is. It's just the thing he thinks of. So whether
okay.
it helps or not, he's not sure. But it's just he's like,
Yeah.
cats always land on their feet.
Okay. I mean, you land on your feet. Let's say you take half the damage though, and
Okay.
you don't kind of flatten Azza as well. So 1d6 every 10 feet, so 3d6 that we will half.
Half it again. I demand
So yeah,
half damage.
7 damage, and I guess if he turns into like a Chungus cat, you could probably get a face full of that.
Yeah, you just see this like old cat.
You kind of
That
just get
scares me even more.
a face full of cat, and depending on how Keenerin reacts, you might get scratched up a bit. Who knows?
Yeah. I will say a cat only has 2 hit points, so he'll hit, take the damage, and then he'll revert back to his form.
Okay.
So that'll be
So you kind of hit Azza, and then the cat instantly kind of transforms into Keenerin, and I guess maybe Azza wasn't expecting that. You just tumble to the ground on top of each other.
Became a star.
I don't know why I did that.
He's
Yeah.
gone.
I went to
Yeah.
change my HP and it did that.
Okay, so yeah, the rope is still there. Azza and Keenerin are at the bottom now, so it's just Salam and Kane.
Kane will take his dagger and cut the rope where it's tied, so that way every piece of it can fall down.
Okay, yeah. So you kind of undo the rope in whatever way, and it kind of just slinks on down to the bottom.
And then he'll go into hybrid form and fly out, wait for Salam to get out, and cast Mage Hand to close and lock the window.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll fly down.
Okay. So yeah, Kane, you mage hands the window shut, you put the latch back, and then you go on down.
Damn it. Just so as far as my druid level is, I can't turn into a creature with a flying speed. It doesn't say a creature with gliding speed, like a sugar glider.
Oh.
Damn it.
Oh well. You'll know for next time.
Sorry, I mean, he only had a split second to think anyways, so... Damn. Alright. And he'll pick himself up. He feels that he obviously landed on something invisible. He'll sit up, kind of pop his back a little bit. Oh wait, I gotta do one thing. Oh no.
Is this pass without trace?
Yeah, so so we're both laying on the ground, and pass without trace will vanish after I hit.
Okay.
But he'll get up and he'll kind of whisper, "So you all right?"
Yeah. How you feeling?
I'm all right.
Good. Give me a start.
My stealth spell's gone though, so just be quiet.
Maybe I'll take off my armor and leave it back here. I mean, are they gonna look behind the tower?
It's a bad idea.
Fine.
I could cast it again, just so that we can get back.
I think that's a good idea because we snuck through a window, so we need to get back into that room as quietly as possible so that they don't suspect anything.
Very well. Yeah.
I definitely prefer it over leaving my armor.
Okay, so yeah, you see the rope kind of just fall on down to where you guys are, and yeah, then you see the two kind of fly on down to meet you guys, and you're on the ground floor outside.
Kane will fly ahead a bit and look around just to see if there's any patrols going by the window so the others can move.
If you circle the tower, you just see the same scarecrow kind of patrolling around in that square again.
Alright, so Kane will circle around, and then once I get back to the group, I'm gonna start flying kind of straight towards the room window.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
just gonna turn into a raven and fly over there too, so I don't have to mess with my heavy armor.
Okay, so yeah, Salam and Kane kind of fly on back to the room. Keenerin and Azza, what do you guys do? Kind of just like picking yourselves up.
Yeah.
Kind of gathering
Pick
that.
ourselves up and start kind of weaving into the trees.
Fortunately, I'm still invisible and silent. I just walk.
Do you grab anything before you head back?
Well, I'm outside, so I don't know what there's there to grab. I guess I check to see if all my stuff's with me.
I mean, you probably pat yourself down and realize you are missing your grappling hook.
Wasn't that gonna be tossed down?
Yeah, the guy kind of let it go and it just fell to the floor.
It's hits me on the side of the head like a bad comedy.
No one's said they've picked it up yet.
What?
From
There's
Like I
also
said,
the rope.
Falthrax, there was the grapple hook here that he kind of just let fall. So it's kind of just outside on the ground. And then there's also the rope.
Like I say, I check to see if I've dropped anything, and, well, that's close enough.
So yeah, you
dropped
go and collect your grappling hook and the other rope as well.
The severed one? Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So yeah,
Kind of
you
coil it up.
thankfully remember to take your grappling hook and ropes, and then you head back into your bedrooms. So let's head back to the main map then.
Well, it'd be probably fine. Who's gonna walk around that side of the tower anyways? But it's good to have my grapple hook back.
Indeed.
I call it grapply.
Okay, so you guys head on back into your room.
Soar. Get me out of here. Get me out of this crazy place.
Okay. So Azza's the only invisible one. Everyone else is silent. This guy is still kind of patrolling though. So you'll do a stealth check to... Well, Kinarin will need to do a stealth check. Azza and Salam are just birds, I think.
Stealth check.
Plus 10,
24.
so yeah, I'm pretty sure he's not gonna grab that. Let's see though. He does not see you. So yeah.
7s in a row.
So yeah, you guys successfully make it back to the kind of area here that's got the window back into the room where Miss Nis still is. Yeah, I guess Azza and Salam arrive first.
Good to be back.
Yeah, and you guys head on in. I guess she's a little startled as her two birds kind of fly in and then turn back into their humanoid forms. But she kind of stifles her startledness and then she says, "Oh, how did it go? Were you successful in the mission?"
Well, things went well. We rummaged through some belongings and stuff, but on the good news, we did find your friend. He is alive.
Oh,
and
that's
he's
wonderful
well.
news. I'm glad he is alive. How is he faring?
Yeah, he's saying better days, but he's been affected by the curse. And
The
can
curse?
Can we drop Constitution?
Concentration. Yeah,
Yeah,
as a little rapier.
concentration.
You just give out.
I just pass out.
Alright.
Seems these creatures here, these hags, and he's gonna lower his voice, make sure no one's listening in. It appears these hags twist whatever desires you want. So if you want to be young and lively, they make you old and feeble.
That's horrendous. God knows how they do that evil magic. Or we'd have to find out how to reverse it for my friend Falthrax. So what's the plan now?
Perhaps it's a curse. Perhaps I can remove it.
I hope so.
Yeah, he said that there's some kind of ritual involved, and it takes all 3 of them.
It must be a powerful ritual then if it needs all 3 of them.
Yes, which means that if we remove, the more we remove, the better it'll be.
I see.
Huh. It does sound like they do believe that the whole coven is not required if they can steal the piece of the ritual. So there is something physical, I guess, as well as just the inherent magic of the hags.
Well, I think we've really accomplished all that we're going to accomplish today as far as pitting them against each other and, you know, sleuthing around and getting as much information as we can. Do you guys want to make a plan for tomorrow, or should we rest and then meet up again after we rest and then make a plan? Because if we go rest now, we'll probably wake up early in the morning sometime, and then we can make the plan then. I don't know. What do you guys think?
That sounds good to me. Resting early, waking up even earlier. Hopefully we can see what time they get up and leave their tower.
Yes, definitely.
Sleep lightly, in case our infiltration didn't go as well as we'd hoped.
I agree.
Hey, so would you mind removing this dresser from the door?
We could all sleep in here, and I've got this spell that I have access to now called Tiny Hut, and I could cast that in here, and it would be, impenetrable for anyone else to get inside of. So even if they did learn that we were, you know, poking around and stuff, they would not be able to enter the hut until we have finished our rest.
Should we bring Chadwick in on this?
Not a bad idea. I mean, that is unless you and Miss Nis wanted to have some alone time before we do this thing tomorrow.
Oh, listen, we are on the job now, Salam, alright? We have something we must take care of. I am a professional.
Yes, true.
Loris is like blushing madly.
And I'll send a message to Toad Cheesecake, see what he's up to.
Ugh. What do you say to him?
Say, Chadwick, I hope you're doing well, friend. This is Kane.
Ugh. Hello, Kane.
Are you alright?
No, but I'm alive, I guess.
Are you in trouble? Are you in danger?
Not that I know of.
Are you drunk?
Maybe?
Well,
I'm good.
listen. There's things going on here, and there might be some danger.
Yeah.
We are putting up an anti-magic hut, and would like it for you to stay with us so you will be safe.
Oh, not again. Okay, where is it?
It's in the room down the hall to the right, the big one.
Down the hall to the right, a big one. Which one? Which room number?
Oh, Miss Nis, what room number is this?
Room 4.
You send room 4. There you go.
I'm on my way. You hear someone approaching, and then there's a knock on the door.
Move the dresser.
Just loud scraping noise. Would
You
you
can
just
move
like
it more gracefully than that. Just pick up on one end and
you just
move
pick it up?
it.
Yeah, you kind of
Just
pick it
shift
up and
one.
move it, and then open it up, and you see Chadwick, but you also in the background see the scarecrows kind of like patrolling around, and they kind of look up at you, and they kind of glance into the room and see that everyone is inside there, and then Chadwick steps on in and closes the door behind him.
Yeah, now we've got an alibi.
Should we act
We
as if
can,
we're having a party in here?
Yeah, I was gonna say, do we tell them we were having an orgy or something if they ask? What do we say?
Ugh.
I guess so. Listen, you know how I got into the academy, into Candlekeep.
That book.
I do remember vividly.
Was it
Can't
like
even
a
keep
pop-up
straight
book?
face at the thought. But you tell him what you need to tell him.
So yeah, Chadwick kind of comes in and kind of looks around and says, "Oh, everyone's here then, I guess. What's the problem then this time? More nightmarish mind games?"
Problem, we're just trying to keep you safe, buddy.
He looks at you for a moment and says, "Thanks, I guess."
Yeah, no
Listen,
problem.
Yeah, Chadwick, we told you we're gonna look after you. We rescued you from the roach mind people, right? And we were there for you. And we're here for you now. That's why we haven't been including you in our our duties, as you know. So that way you could take time for yourself and relax and enjoy yourself. I see you got your nails done and they look lovely, by the way.
Yeah, they do.
We might give you a hard time sometimes, but that doesn't mean that we don't care about you as a member of the team.
Chadwick will remember that. He goes over and takes a seat next to Azza and kind of
Do you want me to
settles
make a
in.
deception roll?
Were you being deceptive?
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, alright, I'll roll deception and he'll insight check it, I guess.
Oh, he's level 20, man. Come on.
You know he's insightful.
11, okay.
Kane was being truthful.
I like the guy. I like anyone who can cast Fireball.
Jesus Christ, +7?
He kind of just glowers at you then and just goes over and sits next to Azza.
Give him a fist for bumping.
Wow.
Does he leave me hanging?
Oh no, he likes you, I think, after your heart to heart before. Alright
He's a
then.
victim.
So
here
everyone
for him.
is in Miss Niss's room, and yeah. One of the scarecrows did see you all in here. But yeah, what's the plan now?
Should we make noises as if we're partying in here?
Yeah, go ahead, I'll cast Tiny Hut.
Play wild raucous music.
Woo!
Alright, you make
Pillow fight!
stereotypical sleepover party noises while Salam casts Tiny Hut. Is that a ritual one?
Yeah.
Alright, so that's 10 minutes, I think, or something.
Yep.
Alright,
I pick dare.
is it like a 15 by 15, or does it like...
I think it's a 10-foot sphere.
Oh, okay, so yeah, plenty of room in here then.
Yeah.
Alright,
Oh,
so,
it's a 10-foot radius sphere.
so yeah, you...
So I'll cast it so that the extra 5 feet, if the stone doesn't block it, that is, would be outside rather than in the hall.
Yeah, you can angle it in any way so it's kind of sticking outside rather than into the corridor hall place. And then you guys kind of head on in and bunker on down for the night. Or, well, the rest of the day and evening.
Alright, so do we want to take watch?
I think so. Remember what I said? Sleep lightly.
But carry a
Even
big
with
stick.
this.
Okay.
Yeah, sounds about right. Even if we have this dome. Best to know if they're snooping.
Are you gonna all stay awake until evening and then take your long rest, or do you kind of like long rest and get a super early start?
Yeah, I think we were gonna long rest now.
Yeah.
Just in case they found something, we wanted to get a head start on the long rest, and then we were gonna wake up early and plan stuff out.
Okay, so first watch is still gonna be during daytime, so who's gonna be doing that?
I could do it.
I'll take the first watch when it gets dark out.
Okay, so it's still daylight for the first watch, so...
Yeah.
Was that Kane?
Yeah, Kane will take first watch then.
Okay, so roll perception.
Dirty
Okay.
20.
Alright, so you hear the familiar footsteps of people kind of patrolling around, more so than usual. And then you hear maybe distinctly a new set of footsteps, and then it is quickly followed by a gentle knock on the door.
Who is it?
It's Green Song, wanting to know how things are going. Morty is here too, of course. Isn't that right? Woof.
Just a moment. I must dress myself for my orgy.
Oh, Okay. Are you in need of any refreshments?
Yes, if you have any kind of soothing teas, anything that it adds numbness. I'm quite sore. We were doing a lot of positions, and I'm not as flexible as I used to be.
I groan. I just can't help
Just
but
leave it by the
groan.
door. I'll kind of like yell from the back.
Oh.
I was once wondering if I could have a word with one or all of you about a concern I have.
Oh.
Let me put my trousers on. 1 second.
Okay.
Yeah,
I will go get some tea while you prepare yourselves. And you hear them kind of walk away.
Kane starts doing some jumping jacks to get nice and sweaty.
You can make it. You can make it smell like things, Keenerin. Can you make it smell like sex in here?
I don't believe that's within my abilities. It has to be plant smell and animal smell.
Mushroom smell. Musty.
People are. What about like? What about like fish smell?
There's probably a plant that smells like fish. Hold on.
Well, you said animal smell. They're animals, right?
Make it
Bradford
like a heat smell.
pear trees bloom during early spring and emit a strong fishy odor.
There you go.
Sure, yeah.
This is.
You know, I wanted to be a druid and travel the world. Now he's making fish smell.
What are those like plants that smell like a dead body as well?
Hex flowers.
Yeah.
I think that might be going a little far.
Yeah.
Intended. How orgy was this?
But yeah, you could do like that plant, I guess. Bradford pear tree. Good old Bradford.
Sure. Yeah.
Alright, so you conjure this kind of scent and the room starts to smell distinctly of fish.
Kienor, like around the time that she's gonna be or when she returns, he'll open the window and he'll start casting gust as if he's like trying to clear the smell out for guests to come in.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you hear the footsteps come back again and there's another knock on the door. Is everyone inside the hut or like
Can you make
No,
the hut
I would-
invisible?
Yeah, I would make it transparent so you can't see that it's there.
okay. And let's say it's like on this side of the
actually-
room or something.
Yeah, it would be over there. I
Okay.
would have done it as far into the corner as I
Yeah.
could.
Okay.
But yeah, I can make it like transparent or whatever.
Sure. Alright, so there's a gentle knock on the door.
Kane will open the door, and while he's there, he has like mage hand buttoning his shirt for him. He's just like, hello.
Been active, have we? Whatever lets you unwind and relax. That is our goal at the Temple of the Restful Lily. And if you
well,
are,
that is.
we have many remedies and magics that can make you go longer if that's what you're looking for. Anyway,
Oh, Green Song. I didn't know that about you. Would you like to partake?
I'm good. Thank
Are
you.
you blushing?
No.
Insight check.
Go for it.
Oh my god.
I mean, you can't see her blushing. Anyway, she goes to step into the room.
That
Alright.
Kane would like gesture her to come in.
Alright, so her and Morty kind of come on in. Let's say they're kind of in the same space there at the entrance, and she kind of like holds out a tray of tea to for everyone. As you requested, here's some refreshing, energizing tea.
Thank you.
And she kind of wrinkles her nose slightly. Curious, but yes. So, how have you been? Enjoyed your afternoon?
Oh yes, it's been wonderful. How about you? We heard some arguing? Is everything okay?
Oh, I had an altercation, verbal altercation with Morgana, and then we had a sit down with everyone together, me, myself, Izirsa, and Morgana, to talk about some recent goings on and try and work things out. But I don't suppose you've seen any other guests, someone else around, someone not within your group, of course.
Who?
Oh, well, we just had the people here and the masseuse. That's it. So we've seen.
It's just I received a communication from someone unknown, and I was wondering if you had seen anyone.
I can't believe that we have seen anyone outside of our group.
I don't believe that we have.
She's gonna try and insight check that, so you can roll advantage if you're kind of working together. Whoever wants to roll that.
Hey, we haven't seen anyone else.
Go for it, Kane.
Okay, so a 20, and where is it? Insight. Well, if you see anyone, do let me know. There seems to be something afoot. Perhaps a new guest or a unwanted intruder. I'm not sure.
Do you think it's perhaps somebody that Morgana or Azirsa is trying to hide from you to gain an advantage over you?
I didn't think of that. Do you think that's something they might do that?
We have been hearing footsteps not too far from our window,
I believe
which
that's
is very rare.
I do know our helpers have been on high alert and patrolling more so than usual, so that will have been that noise you will have heard. But I don't believe they should have been near your window. Just outside in the corridor here and out in the gardens.
I mean, based on everything we've heard, especially with like Azirsa, pretending to essentially kill you all while she was training, I wouldn't put it past her.
I'd like to see
Morgana
her try.
She seems rather tricky. I don't know. I wouldn't put it past her either.
They are all tricksy, yes. You seem to have settled down, but I am still willing to try. I'm willing to try and help you if you are willing to try and help me, as we agreed before.
Yes, of course.
Yes, well, have you managed to find anything?
Not as of yet, though we did get Morgana to at least mention her secret. So I think we're on the right track.
What did she say?
Oh gosh, what was it? She just mentioned it in passing. It wasn't anything specific. She just kind of referenced it.
Yes, but
The ritual
anything
that
would
you
help.
guys do.
Yes. What was it about the ritual?
She just mentioned the ritual in passing.
Nothing specific?
No, nothing specific. I would tell you if there was.
I'm sure.
Yeah, all I remember saying is that it requires a great amount of coin. I think maybe she said something about
Coin?
yes, coin.
From ourselves?
Oh, I believe from us.
Oh, well.
That's right. She was trying to charge us a large amount of coin to perform the ritual for us.
Well, that's nothing new. We do that for most of our guests. Nothing comes free, of course.
I think she did hint that she would be willing to negate the cost in coin if we were to perform some sort of task for her, but she did not say what task. So that's a little suspicious,
Interesting.
I would think.
Yes, quite. Well, I'll keep that in mind, and if you learn of anything else, do let me know.
Of course, you'll be the first one we come to. I certainly would like to get that portal reopened to the Feywild.
I'm sure you would. Well, will you be rooming together tonight?
I think we will, yes.
I'm not one to judge. Enjoy and try not to make too much of a mess. And she
Well,
will...
no promises after, you did deliver us this delicious tea.
Oh, okay. Well,
Kane will wink at her.
she grimaces. Alright, so she will step on out of the door, Morty behind her, and Morty will kind of like glower at you as he kind of exits.
Bye, Morty.
Woof. And they will head on out.
Alright, Azzy, your timeout's over.
I'm never gonna be able to live this down.
Well, you did say you wanted to be an adventurer.
Alright, so that's the first watch. It's probably getting towards evening now, so the sun is starting to set.
Enorin, you do not mention this to anyone back at the keep.
Well, I don't know how detailed his reports are to the keeper, but we'll see.
There are details I suppose aren't pertinent to the overall description.
I think you should probably take the next watch since the sun is starting to go down. I know you have trouble with your eyes.
Not anymore.
Yeah, he's got night
Put on
vision
night vision
goggles.
But no, I was planning on volunteering anyways.
Alright.
Please, sleep soundly.
So yeah, where do you post up?
On the high ground. No, bad joke.
Are you
right in
keeping
front
an
of the
eye
door.
in front of the door? Do you have like an eye outside the window at all?
Yeah, being there, I can look out the window and at the door.
So you keep the tower in eyesight. Okay. So yeah, roll perception as you keep watch.
What do I perceive?
So
Which one?
yeah, as the sun starts to set, you kind of hear things start to quiet down. Perhaps you hear someone kind of move into a room over here. You hear people still patrolling, and as you kind of look on out, you see the three hags kind of move on into the tower. And then a little bit after, you also see Saith kind of move on into the tower. One of the hags pauses to kind of look up and presumably converse with the statue above the door. And after a few moments, they kind of go on in. And so yeah, you see them kind of disappear into the tower, and also Saith disappear into the tower. Yeah, and then your watch concludes.
Right. Eeny, meeny, miny. Kane, wake up. Wait, did he already do his round? Shit, who did first? It was
Kane
Kane.
did first.
Kane did
Ignore
first,
him.
yeah.
You know what? After that mess, Kane deserves to have 2 fire watches. No, Kenoran.
Okay. Yeah, this will be about the time Kenoran's kind of finished with his trance anyways, so he'll be kind of, his eyes will start fluttering open and... Oh, my turn, I suppose. Go ahead and get some shut-eye.
X. I find a comfy corner to shove myself into. A pillow on the back.
Kenoran will kind of post himself back here in this corner. Just kind of keep an eye and ear out.
Okay. Yeah, roll perception.
Perception. Let's see.
Nice.
Okay. Let's check something. Okay. Never mind. Unless, hold on. Okay. So you kind of look around and you see a kind of solitary kind of bird kind of like flying around the tower for a little bit, and then it kind of starts flying towards your kind of area, and it kind of circles around and then kind of lands in the tree. Other than that, nothing else.
Would kind of watching it for a bit, does this seem like a normal bird-like behavior, or does it look like it's specifically looking for something?
What was your perception? It's kind of looking around, but it seems to be looking in your general direction a lot.
Okay. Yeah, he'll make note of it and kind of occasionally look out into that tree to see if he can see it again. You know,
Yeah, it's
just
still
watch
there,
it.
and it
Mm-hmm.
seems to be staying there as well throughout your kind of watch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he'll occasionally peer out. Trying to make it too obvious that he's looking at it. Just he'll peer out, look at the trees, look at the flowers, and yep, bird's still there. You know.
It's kind of like a sickly looking bird.
Okay. Let's see. Let's see. What is? About how far out is it?
Let's see. Looking at that, let's measure it. So from the window, it's 25 feet or so.
Wow. And about how far into the watch did it kind of appear?
After kind of the sun had more or less set, so night had fallen.
Yeah. Well, he'll keep an eye on it for now, and he'll kind of wait until it'll be Salam's watch before he does anything.
Okay, hold on. It seems to be just watching. Alright. Your watch is more or less up now, but it is still there watching.
Okay. Yeah. When he feels, you know, it's Salam's turn, he'll cast Druidcraft, make like a nice flowery scent, you know, in Salam's face, maybe wake him up, get his attention.
Yeah, I'll wake up.
Yeah. And he'll say, Salam, a moment of your time.
Yes.
And kind of without like really, he's like, without looking at, you know, he'll like maybe rest his elbow on the windowsill, kind of turn his body, and he'll say, in a very kind of hushed tone, he'll say, there's a bird out here that's been flying around and circling overhead and is now in this tree watching me.
What kind of bird?
He'll give like it's a rather sickly looking thing. Is there a particular...
It's just nondescript black bird.
Yeah. just a sickly looking black bird. I was debating whether to cast a spell on it to charm it, but I wanted to make sure I had someone else's counsel before I do so.
I don't think it's a terrible idea. I mean, we could find out who set it to watch us.
Yes, and I suppose it wouldn't be too out of place for a druid to be making friends with a bird,
No,
if it is in fact aligned with the three.
not at all.
Oh.
In fact, why don't I accompany you out there, and I can, I'll spend a little bit of time, watching from out there and doing my prayers up to the stars and the moon, and you can talk to the bird. We'll make it look, even less suspicious.
With how on edge they are, with all these extra guards out, I think staying in here would probably be best. I can reach it from here.
Okay. Well, they know that I already do my prayers outside, so I was going to do that anyway during my watch. But you're welcome to stay inside. I mentioned it to them last evening, and they didn't seem to have an issue with it, so I think it might be suspicious if I didn't do it again.
Suppose that makes sense. Let me see.
So it's like here.
Yeah. I'll cast it now, and we can wander outside once. I'll see how it reacts, and we'll wander outside.
Does it?
If it's
I don't know. That's a good question. I have literally no idea.
I think it does. I think if the caster leaves the hut, it goes away.
Oh, yeah, the spell ends if you leave it there. Okay, never mind. I guess I won't go out.
okay.
Damn, that sucks.
Mm-hmm. Kinoran, seeing that he can't leave, he'll say, I don't seem to need any more sleep for the night, so I'll accompany you as, I'll stay up with you as you're doing your watch.
Okay.
But very well, and he'll open the window, like stretch his arms out a little bit, maybe take in the smell of the lilies beneath, and then he'll try and cast animal friendship on the bird.
As you open the window, it kind of flutters nervously, and then you cast animal friendship on it. Can you put that into? Here we go.
Yep. And let me put the information here. It's a DC 14 Wisdom check, and I think it only works if the intelligence is 4 or higher. It automatically fails.
Take that, bird.
Okay, so you weave the spell. What are we looking at here? Is it verbal and whatever? So yeah, you weave the spell and it just fails.
Okay.
Ooh.
And then the bird kind of flutters even more so, and then takes off.
Oh, and he'll kind of say it out loud. He'll be just like, well, such a shame. It was a nice looking bird.
I thought you said it was sickly.
And he kind of nods, and he'll close the window after that. Kind of maybe mute his voice more, but he'll says, my spell automatically failed, and if I know my animals, most of them don't automatically fail. So either this thing is not a beast, or it's smarter than the average bird.
Which would probably mean it's not actually a beast.
Correct. And I'm trying to put up a face.
Interesting.
So they're keeping an eye on us for a reason.
Yeah, would seem so.
Suppose just act normal, but be on guard.
Yes, absolutely. I wonder if it was one of the proprietors themselves that were watching us just now.
that's possible.
Okay. So yeah, you can start the final watch. I guess it will be advantage if Kinorin's helping you out.
That's
Yeah.
Yeah, Kinoran's on.
Yeah, you're fine. You perceive everything, and nothing else kind of pops up throughout the the nighttime. So yeah, you complete your watch, and maybe it's just about as dawn is kind of breaking that you finish up this long rest. Okay. Give spell slots back to Norris.
And I need to go soon. So
Yeah,
that might be a
I was
good
about to
spot
wrap
for us
things up.
leave it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So yeah, you finish your long rest, and it's pretty much like just as dawn is breaking that you finish this. Yeah, so that's where we will leave things, and we will continue next week with this situation. So yeah, usual stuff. Drop a follow, join the Discord down below. Tuesdays is our Candlekeep Mysteries campaign. Sundays is our Waterdeep Dragon Heist campaign. So yeah, stick around for that if you enjoy this kind of content. Anyone else got anything going on?
I'm good this week.
Yeah, I want to know how much experience points we got for this session.
Loads, I'm sure. Not enough to level though.
I mean, the only thing I've got is streams are resuming this week. My parents came out and visited for a week, so I had to spend a week prepping for them to come over, and then the week that they were here. So we are resuming our regular streams. So Thursday we should be doing Icewind Dale. So
Yes,
come on
yes. Looking forward to that.
by. Yep. So make sure you guys message me, update me on any last things, because I
still
think we
have
are
to pick
starting.
my spell.
Oh yeah, yeah. So if there was anything else that I might have forgotten to look up, I still gotta generate the rest of that loot. But other than that, if there's any last minute things you guys wanted to accomplish, please message me, let me know, so that come Thursday, we're not trying to do last minute looking up stuff and rolling things. So
Sounds good.
Yeah. Miss Sky, did you got anything going on?
Nope, nothing. Thank you guys for playing. Thank you for DMing.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you for playing. Had a good time. So yeah, we'll see what happens next week. So yeah, thanks for watching everyone. Thanks for playing. And yeah, that's it for this session. So yeah, goodbye. Take care.
Bye.
Goodbye.